Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of Movie Game Nostalgia. This is our look at some movie posters. Special theme this week now, trying something a little bit different rather than just doing them at random. Please, if you enjoy these things we do, please push the old over there and subscribe button. Push the bell notifications when you know when these things are coming out. Yeah, so I look at the new movie Jumanji: The Next Level, which I've looked at recently, and I was just having a look back at some of the actors in it and films he may have done in the 90s and the 2000s. Obviously, well, you're talking 15, 20, 25 years ago now. So I've got a selection today taken, obviously, with for Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Danny DeVito, and of course we've got Dwayne Johnson. But obviously, as you'll find with these posters, it was more known as The Rock at the time. I've even got a bigger poster which I'll show you now before I put the thing down. Look at this. Hey, that's a great thing, isn't it? The Scorpion King. Obviously, I'll show you another poster very familiar to that, obviously, in a little bit. Scorpion King 2002, wasn't it? Let me just get back there, get it all in. Not sure the exact size of this one, to be honest with you. 2002, 5.5 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. So it didn't get rated very highly, did it? But I thought it was all right for what it was. 60 million to make, and it clawed back $165 million. And obviously it was The Rock Scorpion King, so there's nothing about Dwayne Johnson or anything like that. And obviously this was his first leading role in this film, and he was paid $5.5 million. There you go. There's Mr. Dwayne Johnson, but obviously in those days, in 2002, better known as The Rock. So, I thought I'd show you that one before I just have a look at the normal size ones. We're going to the A2 ones now with the other actors as well. So, there with me while I put this. Everything's falling apart while I put the camera down. Yeah, so we're going to first want to look at is obviously the wonderful Jack Black, and he was in a film called Envy. I mean, you may not have. This is one you may have missed along the way. It only scored 4.8 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, so it didn't do very well. It's about a couple of friends, and obviously one meets up with a young lady, and the other one's quite jealous of it. It's all right. I mean, obviously Ben Stiller and Jack Black, you know, they're always worth a watch anyway, aren't they? Those two guys. But it was what, 2004? Yeah, it was a 40 million budget, believe it or not, which is a big budget for this sort of film, and it only got back 14 million, so it did fail badly, unfortunately. But hey, that's a Jack Black one. Nice to look back at that one from 15 years ago. Yeah, plenty of hair there as well, isn't it? I mean, look, it looks nice. The next one, right, we've got Evil Woman. Again, Jack Black. So there you go, a bit more darker hair, obviously, on that with his cap, a bit more what we're used to. This got 5.9 out of 10. It scored pretty well. This goes back to 2001. 22 million budget, 26 million it took at the box office. It was also known as, I think this was outside of the UK title, was Evil Woman. It was also called Saving Silverman, which you may know in the US better as that, but obviously this is the outside of the US title it was given, Evil Woman. So again, a wonderful Jack Black in there. Right, and on to Mr. Danny DeVito, who obviously, you know, is in obviously the Jumanji Next Level. He's not a major part, but this is a great film. I think we covered Get Shorty, one of the other things we did on the posters. 6.9 out of 10, a great film. Gangsters and Hollywood combined. It's a great little film. $30 million to make, 115 million back. And there's a scene in the airport where Travolta's in the airport, and if you actually look at the magazine rack behind, Danny DeVito is actually featured, or his character's name is featured on most of the covers on it. So if you watch that again, which, you know, is always worth a watch, isn't it? Get Shorty with the wonderful Danny DeVito. Please keep your eyes open for that. And on to another Danny DeVito, another great film. Obviously, Danny DeVito starred in Matilda, a film by Danny DeVito. So he actually put the film together. This goes back to 1996. So we're talking 24 years ago now when this one came out. And obviously, Danny and Rhea Perlman, so loved, obviously, in the film. They're not very friendly with what's her name, Mara Wilson. That's it, isn't it? They're not very friendly with Mara Wilson in the film, but obviously they did get on tremendously well and became real friends when they were filming this. That's Matilda, which 6.9 out of 10. 36 million it cost to make, but it only got about 33 million at the box office. I'm sure it made money on video and DVD, etc. over the years, but it's such a shame. It's a great Roald Dahl film. 1996, of course, with the wonderful, who can forget that sequence with his hair was quite funny, wasn't it? And staying with the old Danny DeVito was quite prolific, obviously, in the 90s and 2000s. Got Mars Attacks. So, another great film, another great underappreciated film. It only got 6.3 out of 10 Internet Movie Database. Cost 70 million to make and got back 101 million at the box office. So it didn't do fantastically well. There was no scene, actually. Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson have starred in a lot of films together. Obviously, there's only a little image of Danny there. But obviously, at least he's got. I've only included posters where there's an image of the guys I'm talking about today as well with this special. So there is a little poster of him. But obviously, him and Jack Nicholson starred together in quite a few films. But in this one, actually, they're not in any scenes together, which is unusual. They are in quite a few films together, but they don't actually appear in the scene together. But fantastic film from 1996. Great sci-fi comedy. Wonderful. When you think of the new War of the Worlds, I suffered the other a couple of weeks back, the BBC version. It's it's just nice to go and watch this and and enjoy something for what it is. Right, on to the only one I've got of Mr. Kevin Hart, which is Paper Soldier. Not the greatest image of Kevin Hart, is it? But this is the only one I could find. This was from 2002. It got 5.5 out of 10 about some thieves who don't do a great job, obviously, about some, and that's the basic story. Not a great thing. If you like Kevin Hart and you've not caught this one, though, please go back and watch it. That's Paper Soldiers, 2002. Only got 5 of that. And that's his debut. That's his big screen debut, actually, Kevin Hart, in this one, Paper Soldiers. So if you want to watch that just for that, then please go back and watch it. Look at this great one. This is actually a shaped one, so you can see it's a bit of a pain when you're storing it because it can get a bit battered, obviously, with it sticking out. So you have to be very careful. And obviously, we're back to Jack Black with the wonderful Gwyneth Paltrow in Shallow Hal from 2001. Only got a 5.9 out of 10, which is pretty mean for an Internet Movie Database. Romantic comedy. 40 million it cost, 141 million back. And ironically enough, even though it's obviously about Gwyneth Paltrow, and actually the old film, which you probably know, is about he falls for a girl who obviously is quite large frame, let's be kind. And ironically, for this role, Jack Black actually lost weight to actually star in this. So it was quite ironic, really. But again, Jack Black, Shallow Hal from 2001, a great film. And look at a great poster, quite unusual, nice, just so different to the norm. And we're back to Mr. Dwayne Johnson, aren't we? But obviously, he doesn't even credit Dwayne Johnson yet. We've got The Rock, Walking Tall, which was 2004. So it's after Scorpion, but Scorpion King, but obviously still being classed as The Rock to promote it. Rent it on DVD and video. Look at the bottom, there you go. Get it all in. On the 3rd of January 2005. So video's still knocking about, but they're on the way out, believe me, by 2005. Stand up, fight back, and walk tall. Obviously, it's his stunt double, which he has been a stunt double in a few of his films, was his cousin, Tanui Reed, is it? Tanui Reed, his cousin, again, was his stunt double in this, which he was for many of his films. That's Walking Tall. Again, the wonderful Dwayne Johnson, but still known as The Rock. And you've got two-sided there, even though it's the same picture. And look at this. Here we go. This isn't Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. This is just a film called Welcome to the Jungle, which came out in 2003. Obviously starring again The Rock. So we haven't still no Dwayne Johnson acceptance there. This also had his cousin Tanny Reid as his stunt double. Took 81 million at the box, so it did pretty well. Unfortunately, it cost 85 million to make. So don't get confused with the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which is in. This is actually a film on its own, so it might be worth seeking out if you've not seen it. It's not a bad little adventure film, actually. Didn't get great reviews. Obviously, 4.9 out of 10 isn't great, is it? Internet Movie Database, but it's well worth a watch. Welcome to the Jungle. And the next one we're looking at, no, we're back to Danny DeVito. This goes back to 2001, $60 million budget and only got back 38 million. So it flopped pretty badly. Catch it on DVD and video again. What's the worst that could happen? This is the early days of DVD, obviously. It was originally set out for Heath Ledger to star in this, obviously, but he, unfortunately, as we know, he passed away. But it was originally a vehicle for Heath Ledger, but Danny DeVito obviously stars with the wonderful Martin Lawrence in this. Some nice images. So we only got a little one before, didn't we? So we got 3 images of Danny DeVito in this one, which is nice. And the last one we're going to look at, well, I've shown you the Scorpion King, didn't I? So this is what set it all up in the first place. Obviously, where is he? There we go. The wonderful Dwayne Johnson again, and obviously it was called The Rock in this because obviously that was his WWE, was it WWF persona? I think it's WWF, was it? Persona obviously was The Rock, so he made his first appearance as a Scorpion King in this, and obviously did the Scorpion King, which I've already shown you a bit later on. But this was 2001, where Imhotep obviously wreaks havoc wherever he goes. 98 million budget, 433 million it got back at the box office. And I say it was his first big screen appearance for Dwayne Johnson, and obviously he was called The Rock, but a great poster, is it, with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, etc. Absolutely fantastic. Great film. Started off, perhaps that's got The Rock involved in it. That's where it all started out, with The Rock. So great poster, great movie. And that's all the ones I could find. As I say, there was some more films, like there were a couple more films up where, like Be Cool, I think, where there is they did star in them. Kevin Hart, Danny DeVito, Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black did star in them, but they had minor roles and didn't feature. Sometimes they don't always feature on the posters. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. It was something a little bit different today for you to do, a little poster special based on the lead characters of Jumanji movie, The Next Level, and obviously Karen Gillan. I mean, she wasn't around in those days, so unfortunately I have no lovely pictures of the wonderful Karen Gillan, so sorry about that. My apologies. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please check the links in the comments for moviegamenostalgia.com, my website for DVDs, posters and board games. All these posters are on there. I'll put links below to the page that they're on the website. Obviously, please, my Twitter links and Facebook links are below. So please push your subscribe button, push the bell notifications so we know these things are coming out. Thank you very much for watching today. Whatever you're doing with the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And hopefully I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.